George Nooks. How you doing, sir? You good?
Greetings, yes, I'm good.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Yeah, man. Right now, you're live and direct here in the UK and all the listeners out there. Let us know, who is George Nooks for those who've never heard you before.
Oh, George Nooks is a singer slash DJ, which is a moniker, a DJ under that name, Prince Mohammed, you know, coming from the mid-70s.
Okay.
Before the mid. I have quite a few hits under my belt, such as Tribal War, you know, the Dreadlock, After 40 Days, Left with a Broken Heart, M16, Money Maker, Cool Running, One Time Data, One Time, God is Standing By, Right Out the Storm. And I could go on, Bridge Over Troubled Water, Oh God, I could keep going on and on.
Yes.
You know?
Classics right there, definitely. So,
Yes, definitely.
For us who are fans of yourself and those who are just locked in for the first time, how did music start for you? How did it all begin?
Yes. Sorry. Repeat that.
So I was just saying, for those who have locked in for the first time and those who are fans of yourself, tell us how music started for you.
Oh yes, it started off gently when I was a toddler.
Okay.
I grew up in the church. So you know, I was living with my grandmother back then, so she was like one of the leaders of the church. So
okay.
That's when I started off singing and Sundays, you know, Sunday school and such forth. That I just started to know that from that tender age that that's what I wanted to do, because whenever I go on stage and do my I would get all kind of just excitement around, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, to know who I am and such forth. So I just know from a younger age that the music business is definitely where I want to go, you know? So after I left, let me see, about 13 there, I went to Joe Gibbs. I went to Joe Gibbs.
Yes.
A few other people, yes, Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs, he passed on.
Okay.
You know, I'm joking. Okay. I went there, and as a matter of fact, they saw me on a stage doing some work, and I impressed them, and they had to come to the studio, and I went there and did a few songs, and such as Tribal War and the Dreadlock of the Party. And inside at that time, I did a couple of songs for my good friend, my brother Dennis.
Yeah.
And, you know, we used to work with Tina Smith, Earl Tina Smith, a great guitarist, Bob Marley and such forth.
Yeah.
So that's where it all came from, you know. That was the beginning.
Okay. So, how would you describe your style of music?
Well, I'm simply lovers rock. Get back to songs, and the songs which people could relate to. Whether it's cultural or talking about relationship, but I love are varied, you know. I do so many songs that sometimes I can't recall how much I did it. I would consider myself right there at the was rock, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and a cultural DJ, so it's here and there. It's everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. So tell us about some of the songs. How did you come up with some of the songs that you wanted to do? Did you freestyle it? How did you go about doing them?
Yes. Okay. Well, back in that time, even before I get discovered by Joe Gibbs and those people,
yeah,
I used to sing and I used to DJ and sing and sound system, you know.
Okay.
Back then there was Gemini, Supertone, Gemini Keeper Tune, King Paragraph, you know what I mean? All those different songs that was playing back then, and that was where I really get my start, you know?
Okay.
In the dance and some freestyle DJ. Even the song that I did about the dread of the party experiment.
Yeah.
It was a dance that Keeper Tune was playing. That song was recorded, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. There was a big story about the dreadlock died from some bugs in his head that he called party leg, and my reaction to it was the dread them do have no party leg in their head. Just stop spread propaganda, you know?
Okay, yeah, definitely. Okay. So,
Yes.
So how did you, or how did the album People Are You Ready, African Roots, how did those albums come about?
Okay, those albums came about with other producers knowing about me and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wanted me and the label and stuff and such forth. So we ventured into that stage, you know. I'm recording for other labels and stuff. So those are where those albums came from.
Okay.
You know, in the younger days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So how do you decide what you're gonna put on your albums?
Well, for me, no, I want a lot of songs that are different, and there's some older songs that just have this meaning to me, have it all on me that I know the young generation have probably not no way of getting to know them, but you know, they probably would, even they hear them, they probably would, like they thinking of it as a old song. So my way of my way of singing it to them would do it to do a good recording or a new recording, and it always work, you know.
Definitely.
It always work. Plus my materials that I've written are my some of my writers have written.
Yeah.
We make sure that everything is in order, everything is right. We don't just pick a song and just throw it on album. Yeah. I be going on for it for days and months before even I attempt to go in the studio and get it recorded, you know. So
definitely,
when my album comes, it is something that you would not get away from if you sit down and listen to it and try to understand where I'm coming from, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So, in particular, the songs, you know, that are incredibly popular, and so many that are, like, such as God Is Standing By, How Great Thou Art, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Yeah.
How did those songs in particular come about?
Well, as I said, I was deeply in my religion, you know. As I said, I grew up with my grandma, and I grew up in the church, and back then certain songs was big songs, such as Bridge Over Troubled Water and God Is Standing By, and you know, my grandmother went ill at a later age.
Okay.
And she always wanted me to come back into the church to sing.
Yeah.
And that was where that song God Is Standing By came up, you know. I used to do it when I was young at school concert and talent shows and such forth, and used to get great response. So right then when she asked me to do it, she was on her dying bed, you know. And I said to myself, you've been asking me all this time, and I said I'm gonna give her a wish, you know.
Yeah,
so that day when I left her that day expecting to come back to see her. So I went down and laid a track, God Is Standing By, and as soon as it was mixed and ready to come out, I was driving back about 2 or 3 days after, driving back to see her, and on my way there I got the call that she passed away, you know. So she didn't get to hear it how I wanted to, but you know, that was where it just picked up from. So you know, you're great, the heart, and God is always there for me and guide me and ride out this, and all those songs came after, you know.
Definitely, but I'm sure she has listened to it in spirit.
I do. I believe so. Naturally.
Definitely.
I not believe, I know so.
Okay,
You know, I know.
Definitely. So who is your inspiration, either musically, in life? Who do you look up to?
Well, Dennis Brown was and still is one of my greatest singers, and I used to listen a lot. Al Green, the Manhattans, Earl Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Okay.
A lot of them guys. We're talking about even Ken Booth, who was before me. Talking about the great Bob Marley. There is a lot of them out there that really inspired me to keep moving up that ladder. You know.
Okay. And to this day, are you still into your religion, your church?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Definitely. I strong believer. My faith is still strong, and you know, I've gained a lot of new fans pertaining to my gospel music, and it is doing well, and I so appreciate people clinging towards something, towards God, because we can't just go on like there's nothing. We just arrive like this, and that's it, you know. So whoever is listening now and whoever they believe in, we should all believe in someone, you know. I believe in God, so I am not gonna pressure no one. I try to defer no one of what they believe in, but you know what I mean. We have to have faith and hope, and if we don't have that, then we're lost, and we don't want to be friends with no lost people that know where they're going or know where they're coming from. You know, so it is the way it is, and that's it.
Definitely. So, as an artist yourself, what advice could you give to other young people, other young artists coming up? What would you say to them?
Well, I'd say to them, you got to believe in yourself, and you know what I mean. Take your talent to places that you could really understand. Not just friends who will probably just pick you up because they are your friends, you know.
Yeah.
Go to strangers, let them hear you and see how they react. And within yourself, you should know that you should know that what you doing sound right, or what.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello.
Hello, you're right. You still there?
Yes, we got.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Distraction. Yes, as I was saying, they have to believe in themselves. They know that this is what they want to do, and that's so long and
Definitely. So,
you know what I mean? No. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Hello?
It was just cutting out a little bit. I'm still
Yeah. No. Yeah, we all know this one.
You still good?
Yeah. If this is your true.
Yeah.
If this is your true, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
If this is your true talent, then it will definitely arrive. You'll definitely arrive.
For real, definitely. So what's next for you? What have you got coming up for 2020 and beyond?
Well, we have albums coming out, you know.
Okay.
We have many albums coming out, you know.
Okay. Are they coming out now or are they coming out in the future?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, repeat that. Somebody was distracting me. Sorry.
No worries. I was just saying, your albums, are they coming out now?
Yes. They're coming out this year, definitely. They're coming out this year, and sooner than later. I think I don't want to give you no date, but the dates will be relatively early.
Okay.
We're talking about my gospel album and my Lovers Rock album.
Okay.
The Lovers Rock, which is still doing, both of them is still doing very well. Right Out Your Storm album and the and the Love For You.
Okay.
And For You album. You have that album, right?
Yes, got it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So both of them are doing very well. So we're talking about my mid here, or even before that.
Yeah.
Guarantee you get some new George Nooks, you know.
Okay, we look forward to that for real. So we're coming to the last little bit of the
Definitely.
interview. And would you be up for doing a little something live on air for the listeners out there?
Yes, yes, I want to, but you know what? I don't know if you could hear my voice that I catch a little cold, and my voice is like
Okay.
voice is like asleep right now, but I'll do my best.
Okay, no worries.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
When you and feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will try them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a breeze over troubled water, I will lay me down when you have trouble. Don't cry, no, just remember God is standing by. Yeah, we'll do much more, but voices, and I'm getting ready to go to Rebel Salute this weekend, so
Yeah, no worries.
I'm saving a little for that.
Definitely, still nice vibes, man. Thank you for that. So.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. So, what would you like to say for the last few seconds of the interview for the listeners out there? What can they keep a lookout for from?
Well, to all the listeners, we're saying, Happy New Year to you too, Kat. And I know all that's listening right now out there in Radio Land, and may God guide, bless, and protect them. You know what I mean? And their good wishes will come through, and they will continue to have better health, good health. So you know what I mean. So their dreams, so they can manifest or see their dreams.
Definitely.
And just continue to listen to some nice George Nooks, and what else can I say? One love, and thanks for having me on your program. And just live simply, people, so that others can simply live. Yeah, that's it.
For real, definitely. I just want to say thank you to you as well.
My sister.
Taking the time out to talk to me, and I hope we can do it again soon.
So I definitely will, and by the time I'll be on your show again, I know my voice will be back, so I could belt out a little.
Okay.
Some of those new songs for you, all right? And
definitely.
God bless you.
You too.
And thanks for having me on your program, and big up yourself. DJKat to the world.
Bless you.
Yeah. All right, bless.
Yeah, speak again soon. Bye-bye.
Bless.